if there are some female role models, I think for a little girl grow up, that means so much. Because if they can see somebody thrive in this industry, they will see themselves there one day, and that's inspiration. My name is Yang Liu. I am originally from China, but now I live here in London. My current role at EY is a manager in technology consulting, Microsoft Business Apps team. I grew up in a city called Zhengzhou in the center of China. I studied journalism back in China. So after that, I did internship in technology-related news outlets. And I just felt like it's quite amazing working in tech. I often visit museums when I have spare time, and I know one of the museums, they have the CoderDojo running, and I think, this is a good opportunity for me because I want to volunteer in the museum and I also want to utilize my skills. That's where I started to explore where else I can run CoderDojo, and that's where essentially I started at EY. I think our first event went really well. I think we had like roughly 15 families attend. That was one of the highlights of my whole life. I feel amazing. I just feel like I can't believe this actually happened. And I feel really lucky every time I run a session because, as you come before, we have so many volunteers who are actually helping. It's not only me, it's a collective effort from everybody.
Yang is my direct manager at EY, and she was always kind of advertising CoderDojo, trying to get people to volunteer. So I did the first one when I joined, and I had a great time, and I just kept coming back. I think this is my 5th or 6th one thus far.
And then we're like a rolling snowball, and now we have over 100 volunteers who had at least volunteered once. We do try to focus on getting more girls involved with technology. For example, we run the International Women's Day Special and the Ada Lovelace Day Special this year, where we actually got over 70% like girls registration, and then the mentors, I think we probably can hit 70-80% of female mentors. When I grow up, I see my mom and not a lot of other females doing the job. I want them to think they are the best and that they can do this, be more confident.
I'm going to talk about Yang. I mean, it's hard not to talk about Yang. As a young girl, having a role model like her, I couldn't even imagine what it would be like. I would love to have had a role model like her when I was younger. She's so inspiring, she's so full of energy.
I think first of all, it helps me to get out of my comfort zone because facing a lot of children is a huge responsibility. I am by trade a consultant, but it's in a professional setting. Talking to children and teaching them how to code is something totally different. I'm not very naturally extrovert. I like talking to people, and I do sit in my comfort zone a lot. And I'm Chinese, English is not even my first language. It helps me to really challenge myself to do something bigger than I could imagine. I would like to be a role model for young girls now because if they see I can do this, they will have a stronger belief that they can do it and they can do better.